Hello, this is IBringit Everyday, and my name is Kelly. It's good to see everybody. Anyway, I'm going to do a quick Monday motivation, and I'll see if anybody pops in. I did not schedule, so it's one of those things where, it could be interesting. All right. Anyway, I'm just going to open up this window and just keep an eye on the chat. All right. I think we did it. So anyway, welcome in, and I'm just going to hang out for a couple of minutes, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, there we go. Yes. Oh, we got one person. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up. And let's see, Dark Gaming. Okay, good to see you. So welcome in. This is Monday Motivation, and I just spend a few minutes just sort of clearing my head, trying to get started for the week. And yeah, that's what we do. So you game. Oh, what's going on? Not a whole lot going on today. I have to dip out, early for some work and some appointments and things like that. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But I always just like to start the week off on a positive note to kind of get our head right. So let's see. We got, TWP Popcorn. Hey, good to see you. Let me pull this a little closer. All right. There we go. Yay. Good to see you. Good morning. Yes. So anyway, that's what we're doing today. And I just had a couple of thoughts, and hopefully Nightbot will drop them in a few minutes. Oh, good day, Suzanne. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. So anyway, well, while you guys are here, I have a couple of older subscribers. If you like what you see, just let me know, and then also, check out the channel, join the channel, subscribe, do all those things if you like what you see. So basically, we're trying to start the week off on a positive note. Also, try to continue planning. A new year is kind of upon us. And, oh, Frugal Mama, good morning. Good to see you. Yeah, so a new year is upon us. So we really want to try to, if you haven't started thinking about some of the things that you want to do, this is sort of the time to start doing that. And one of the best things that you can do is when you're planning is just making sure that you write it down. And this is this dollar store notebook that I bought. And I've been using it for about 6 months, and boy, it's getting full. I don't know if you can see that, but it's getting full. I've been really working this motivation. Yes. How come I'm on so early? I have to actually dip out in about an hour. So that's one of those things where, but in Monday morning, I like to try to do it slightly earlier so that people can sort of get their day started. So here we go. Here's a couple of the things that Nightbot's talking about. Yeah, that's why I'm so early, Kristen. But good to see you and welcome in, everybody. So here it is. The first thing that Nightbot's talking about is I'm patient with myself. Sometimes extra time is necessary to heal. And that's one of those things that I'm sort of talking about today is like giving yourself some grace. And I don't know how you guys, if you want to share how you made out with the the holidays, the people in the United States, like, these holiday celebrations and get-togethers, sort of get people in a, kind of an interesting headspace. And so I want to see how you guys made out, but I'll let you know. So when I finished, we did Thanksgiving. We didn't have an official Thanksgiving, but we did meet subsequently a couple of days later with some family. And every time we meet with family, it always seems to bring up something, whatever it is, and not necessarily negative, but it's always those old feelings. So as you get older in life, when you get around your parents, you sort of become a child again, and it's really funny. So I know, like my husband, when he's around his family, like I swear he feels like a 10 or 12-year old again, and it's kind of funny, the relationships between he and his siblings and things like that. And I even feel the same when I get around people who are that I've actually, went to school with back in the day. We were back in elementary school and things like that. So it's crazy. Oh, good morning. There's Darcia. Good to see you. So I'm just saying, like, if things didn't go well, just today's kind of topic is just giving yourself a little bit of grace. And sometimes it takes time to heal. And those are the two quotes that Nightbot is dropping. So, and it'll be dropping them, as time goes on. But So anyway, so the bottom line is we got through the holidays. Everything was good. And yeah, it's great. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's pretty cool. Yes. So that's the thing that we've been really trying to do is just keep working, keep working, being positive, not being negative, and not, making people feel bad about themselves and things like that. Yeah. So there we go. So that's amazing. You know what I mean? And that's what we're trying to do. We're really trying to do well. We're just trying to see what all we're trying to do is we're trying to put out positive vibes. So anybody who wants to come in and be negative, you can go somewhere else. You know what I mean? And I'm just going to put it that way and nice and yeah, we're going to put it that way. So that is the plan, in this life is just to make sure that we all do the best that we can, and to do no harm and things like that. And so one of the things that I was thinking about, so the other thing is, this is the third quote that Nightbot's dropping is, I let go of survival mode. I will not just react to what happens. I will make steps to work for what I want. So what that really means is a lot of people, and I just think about, when I was working like a full-time job and everything like that, you sort of get you get into a situation where you're on the like kind of like they say the hamster wheel. You get up at a certain time, you get dressed, you go to work, you work for X number of hours, and then you come home, you have dinner, you do a few things, and then you do it again. So it's really, really interesting how when you're living that way, it's sort of like a hamster wheel, and you're sort of going on autopilot, but yet you're not thinking about what what your you don't get to think about any of your hopes and dreams and things like that. Yeah. Oh, so how much welfare do you get now? Oh, that's really funny. No, actually, I worked hard for a long time, and I have a pension, and so that's how I manage my finances. In addition to other things, although it's none of your business. But remember, the people that are viewed on welfare are actually, not the people that you would expect, and I'll just say that. Yeah. So there we go. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. So we got, ex bootlickers here. Yes. Oh, okay. Okay, Kristen's asking a question. Yeah, thanks, X. I appreciate it. Yep, that's cool. I got it here. I'm going to do this, X. I forgot to, I meant to do this to you before, but there we go. Yes. So how have you been, X? I appreciate you. Yeah. And we have Ola Joe. Good morning. Good to see you. Okay, and then, let me go back to Kristen. So Kristen said, this is the first time being with you early in the morning. What do you, what do you do this in the live? Is it Bible study? Well, no, this is more. Even though I am a believer, I'm not really a preacher. That kind of thing. So what I guess over the last probably year and a half, what I've tried to do is try to motivate myself really, to move kind of in a positive direction, because one of the things that anyway, I've noticed on social media that a lot of people have been very negative. Yeah. And as we've seen, just a few minutes ago, a lot of people are really negative. And it takes a lot to come out here and do this. This isn't easy, you know what I mean? But what I started doing originally was just reading quotes from famous people. And it's interesting. Like, I try not to worship, celebrity and things like that. But the thing that I've realized is that a lot of people who are in celebrity have really worked hard, and they're always, and look, see, the thing that's nice about their life is that they're not on the hamster wheel, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, a lot of their life, they can sort of manage their own life because they don't have like what I call a real job. So they're able to spend time meditating, reflecting on life and what they really, really want to do. Whereas, like, the people who have a 9 to 5 job get into kind of get into a rhythm where you really find out that you sort of lose yourself in the process because you're working so many hours. You're doing all these things. It's for other people, and you're at the very very end. You're one of the last people that actually, you rarely get your needs taken care of, at least these emotional, psychological, your dreams, your bucket list, things like that. And I'm just a prime example. I can say that for years and years and years, I was kind of like living for other people, and making corporations very rich, off of my skills and things like that. So it's really interesting that when you have some time, which I do now, I'm able to sort of reflect on, what's better for me, and making better choices for myself, versus for other people. Yes. Okay. Well, anyway, well, thanks for coming. Oh, happy holidays, Ola Joe. Good to see you. And let's see, what did X? No, what did X say? Did I miss something? Oh, Vice Grip. Let's see. Oh, Vice Grip Garage says to keep the feet moving to get those things done. Yep, you do, and I think it's a little bit harder, because not hard, but you just have to make sure that you give yourself time to think about these things. So that's part of the reason why why I've been doing this Motivation Monday, because it's the beginning of the week. Every week there's 52 weeks. Well, hold on, there's 365 days in the year, 366 with leap year. You have 52 weeks, 52 Mondays that you're able to, you know, restart. But you can always plan. It doesn't have to be on Monday, but I sort of picked Monday because Monday is the beginning of the week. Yeah. So there we are. Let me see, did I miss anything else? Yes. So those are the two things that I was kind of thinking of. That I was thinking, that I was thinking of over the last like 24 or 48 hours, is the fact that sometimes when you're in these holiday, or any time of get together, there's always a little bit of an emotional tie or pull. Those relationships that you have with your family, you can always, sometimes people, leave those relationships with angst. You know what I mean, with a little bit of angst. So hopefully that didn't happen for you. And I can say, like, for us, that really didn't happen. But thank goodness, because a lot of people, I think, were just sort of watching YouTube and listening to people kind of behind the scenes. A lot of people always get anxious over the holidays. And there's a lot of other things that go on as well. I mean, a lot of the people have, there's a lot going on with, like, a lot of times people have had people who have passed on. So holidays are a little bit mixed bag, because of that. And so, the main thing that you can do is you can always just, try to, stay in the moment, and like live your life moment to moment, day by day. Because, like I said, I know I was guilty when I was working full time of just getting on the hamster wheel. And I don't know what you guys think of that. But yeah, there we go. So, what are you up to, Darcia? Anything new with you? I see you kind of in the chats, but I haven't been able to spend a lot of time, like, typing in the chat rooms, because we do a lot of crochet and stuff like that. But that's sort of what we do. Yeah. And I'm a crocheter also, and a knitter. We do stuff like that. But that's sort of what you know, and then and then mid year, like I was talking a little bit about, like, this is one of the quotes that really kind of set me off in terms of thinking about life. And this is from Kate Winslet, who is from the one of the stars of Titanic. And she said that life is short, and it is here to be lived. And if you kind of, not saying that you have to live in a morbid, with morbid thoughts, but the bottom line is you have to make sure that you remember that you can't put that procrastination out there. You know what I mean? Because you're missing out. So, for example, life is really short. You don't know how much time you have. And if there's anything that you really want to do, you just have to sort of make a plan, and take the steps to, execute that plan, and then go from there. But, a lot of people say, well, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it later. I'll do it tomorrow. But sometimes tomorrow or later doesn't always come. So that's why you have to, take your time and get out there and stop just surviving. You just want to live, and so I think there's a big difference between living and surviving. Let me see. Did I miss anything? Let's see what else. Uh, okay, no, we're good. Yes, but that's kind of the short message that I had for today. I don't know if anybody wants to share with what they're thinking about. Oh, here we go. Oh, say Kristen's saying, I would love to learn to crochet. I think it would be nice to be able to have that skill. I'm not a crafty kind of person. Yeah, well, believe it or not, I wasn't either. I started, let's see, that's not entirely true. But for me, I started the fiber arts probably when I was about, I don't know, maybe 8 years old. And then I wasn't really that interested in it. And I think I kind of put it down for a really long time. And then when let's see what happened. So let's see. So after I stopped working full time, like I was working part time and doing, temporary positions and things like that. So you have a little bit more time on your hands. So I started sort of picking it up, and it was sort of right before the pandemic. So anyway, Kristen, what I would say is crochet is a pretty easy entry level fiber art compared to a lot of the others, because you just need one hook. You just need a hook and yarn, and that's kind of it to get started. So, and then we have a lot of good tutorial people who do tutorials on YouTube, and a lot of the yarn companies have tutorials also, and Michael's the craft store does too, and they have not only crochet and knit, but they have like just about every other craft that you can do. So yeah, crafting is kind of for me, it was an acquired thing. Yes. Oh wow! If I could change the whole kitchen sink today, if I was motivated. Now let's see. Oh, we got Rebecca here. Good morning, Kelly and everyone. Yeah, that's funny. So I don't know. Now, do you mean in terms of like you have to do some reno, or are you being facetious? X, because that's the whole thing. Like I said, it's really interesting. Like I used to do a little bit of. See, I wasn't originally a crafty person, and then over time I became more crafty, just because I had a sibling that was very crafty, and we had a craft store that was near our house, and it was in some lady's house. She had a craft store in her house, and she sold like beads and stuff like that, and that was not my thing, the beads. But my sister would crochet beads, and you can make necklaces and stuff out of that, and that was her thing. But I didn't pick up. My mom did a little bit of crochet, and but she never really got that far either. I think for her it was more of a meditative thing, and she kind of got into it. And so then I picked it up, like I said, when I was kind of in between employment and things like that. So it's kind of weird. But then I got sort of hooked on it. So that's how it kind of goes. Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, we got, yes, Michelle's here. Hello. Good morning. I'm late. No, you're not. Good morning. Hello to all. I'm working and lurking. Oh, good. Let's see. Okay. Yep. X is dropping some. Okay. Dropping some links here. Thank you. And there's yes, Michelle crochets. Yeah. So Michelle, tell if you don't mind, if you can type, not too much, but just let Kristen know how you got started in crochet. So anyway, right now I'm knitting, which is completely like a whole different thing. But I found some weird yarn, so I was messing around with it, and that's kind of what I do. I'm more of an experimenter than I am a real. I'm not saying I don't craft, but I play around with stuff. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. I'm driving my granddaughter to school. Her school starts at 9, so I'm listening. Okay, Darcia's doing that. And we got Joshua Graham. Hello. Good to see you. Let's see. Yes. Okay, here we go. Suzanne. Yeah, this is good. Crafting can be relaxing if managed correctly with daily responsibilities and or career. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, see, I was bad because I felt like I was throwing myself into my career, and I did really very little for myself, which is terrible. So, I would say anybody who's young and working full time and getting in the rat race, try to give yourself time to meditate and be free. You know what I mean? Yes. And then Michelle saying hi to Darcia. Yep. Let's see. And Joshua's saying hi to everybody, it looks like. Good to see you, Joshua Graham. And let's see what else we got here. Sorry, I'm a little behind. Let's see. Oh, feisty little kitten. Oh, no, that's not a kitten. Wait a minute. Bootlicker, how is that feisty little kitten? Let's see. Oh, Kristen's asking Bootlicker, how's that feisty little kitten of yours? Question mark. Oh, that's cute. I see you have a bird. I just noticed your bird. Okay, that's cool. The parrot. I guess that's a parrot. Yes. Oh, yes, Suzanne's got it right. She's correct. She said, hence, I guess the majority of serious crafters are retired. I think that's what happens. Yeah, and so that, yeah, there's they're not really running the rat race, or they're working from home, or whatever they're doing, things like that. So I get it. Yep, yep. I think that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And let's see, and yes, Michelle Crochet is saying I started crocheting to distract myself from being on bed rest when I was. Oh, you were a knitter first. Okay. And then X is saying to Kristen, he's a real lover and still getting in trouble. Yeah, cats are really funny. I've been watching a lot of cats on YouTube, and it's been interesting. I just kind of go, wow. We had a cat, and our cat was just cat was okay, but like our cat was not as animated as some of these ones you see on videos, and they're climbing the ceiling and the wall. Like I've never seen any of that. That's crazy, but that's cool. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Yes. And then Suzanne saying any hobby uses time and money for entertainment, right? But oh, I have to tell you though, Kristen, the one thing is, oh, Sammy. That's ex Bootlicker's cat. That's cool. But it's true. Yeah, hobbies do use, they do require time. They do require a little bit of money, and but you can. The thing with crochet that's really nice is like if you buy a hook, buy an HI or J hook, and if you go into the craft store, they can show you what that is, and just buy medium weight yarn. You're pretty good. You'll be good, and that's really all you need to start. And you can make a scarf. And I've been kind of like periodically I buy stuff at the thrift store, but you don't always see good stuff at the thrift store, but sometimes you do. It's one of those things I wouldn't bet my life on it, but that's what you can do. And I'm telling you, I am seeing so many things in the thrift store that people are sort of divesting of, and I think it's the end of the year. So I've seen some really good crafting stuff in the thrift store, and I'm trying to think of an example. I saw this machine, and I don't remember what they call it, but actually I've been seeing Cricut machines in the thrift store. I've been seeing, although I don't know how to use those. I've been seeing what's that called? Uh, Thrift stores, Cricut machines, something that made bracelets. I've been seeing a little bit of yarn, not much. Sometimes you'll see yarn in there, and a lot of times you'll see knitting needles because there's so many. Like, and people, I think people go crazy with the knitting needles and the crochet hooks. They buy like way too many. Yes, right. Thrift stores are the bomb. That's what X is saying. Yep. And Suzanne saying, "OMG, my Cricut is collecting. I cannot get to collecting dust. I never could figure it out. For me, that was really hard. I'm not a machine person, and my husband hates the fact that I'm not a machine person because he is, and I'm saying I just am not the one. Like I wish I was better at using machinery, but I'm not. I'm actually learning a little bit. Like I've been doing a little bit of machine. Oh, I've been seeing knitting looms, all kinds of knitting looms, every size of knitting looms, and they're for like a couple of bucks. Like for $3 or $4, you get 3 or 4 looms. It's crazy. And back in those days, those things were like $20 for the kit, for the set or whatever. So it's crazy. Yeah. Let's see. Yep. And okay. And then Michelle saying, yeah, that's what I did. I bought a size H hook and a skein of Red Heart yarn and started trying to figure it out. No hook, no book, no internet. Oh, that's good. Wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, like, you can learn a lot from a lot of the libraries have groups where they'll have crochet and knit and things like that. And usually, all the old heads, I call them old heads, but those people come in and they'll show you. So you'll see that as well. But that's awesome. Yeah, that's what Suzanne's saying. Awesome. Yes, Michelle. And then Kristen says, I do have rescue parrots, a cockatoo named Kelly. Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about your cockatoo. Yes. An Indian ringneck named Sky. Sky is a big talker. He asked me, what you doing? All day long, asks for kisses and sings bacon, bacon, pancake? Wow. Okay. Oh, Suzanne, so you're wondering what yarn this is? I have no idea. But I'll show you. So this was, speaking of the thrift store. This was in a ball. This was in a kit, and it's sort of a. I guess it's a variety yarn, and see how it's spun real thin there, and then it goes fat. It goes thin and fat, thin and fat. And let me go back up here. Yep. So it goes thin, fat, thin, fat, thin, fat. And so this is the way it's turning out. I decided to knit it just to see like what's cooking. And I'll show you. I'm kind of in the middle of the row there. But there it is. Whoops. But that's what it looks like knitted. And it seems to be going on this angle, which is interesting. Yeah. But that's that. So I decided to knit it. But it's real, it's kind of a bulky-ish yarn. So I figure I'll just see what happens. Major roving. Yes. That's it. Yep. Yes, yes. And it's pretty, so like I said, but they threw this in with a bunch of, like the thing with the thrift store is they mix different kinds of yarn, which is bad because they don't really match. And so I decided to just, I said, I'll knit this up. I'm using these, but let me show you these knitting needles. These are pretty cool. So it looks like a magic wand. Yep. But, yep, best choice for that type of yarn. Okay. Thanks, Suzanne. Yeah, it looks warm. Yep. So that's what I decided to do. I said, and I did this really I only worked on this for about an hour. So this, not even an hour. Like I've been really cranking this out. So this real thick stuff like that, you can crank out a scarf pretty quick. And that's the plan. But what I was going to say is I started like meeting these preppers, and these preppers were saying that the best thing to do is to keep like knitting and crocheting so you can make your own clothes. And I knew intellectually that that's what you can do, but it actually made more sense when you think about prepping, because like, let's say if you can't, if the store's shut down, you can't get to the store, you can actually make yourself a hat, a sweater, some gloves, things like that pretty quick. And, if you know how to knit or crochet, and especially crochet, it does go a lot faster for a lot of people. But there are fast, knitters, not me, but there's there's other fast people. Yep. Yeah. So there it is. So that's the whole thing that I was just, I was really thinking about it. And I found just like some good books and things like that, in the thrift store as well. And a lot of them are just a couple of dollars, because the other day I was looking at machine knitting, and a lot of people, like I have my little Centro that I play around with, and a lot of people have, these fancy knitting machines, and I always think like, ooh, that'd be cool, because they say that you can knock out a sweater on a knitting machine. I think they said about 3 hours, maybe if you're fast. So to me, 3 hours to have a knitting machine would be amazing. Oh, hey, Scotty. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Scott has joined. That is awesome. And Scott is controversial cruising. And let's see. Cuz, why not start the week off right? Good morning, Kelly. Thank you so much. All right, Scott. I see you. All right, let's see if I can do this. It's too early. Hold on. I got to do this. But anyway, these Nightbot quotes are kind of what we're thinking about today. Like so you got to let us know, Scott, how you made out with the Thanksgiving and and meeting with the family, if you did, and hopefully that went okay for you. But let's see here. Hold on. All right, let's see. This is for Scott. All right. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure. That's what friends are for. In good times, in bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. All right. So thanks, Scott, for joining the channel. We got, so blessed. Good morning. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Yeah. So we're trying to get ourselves, continue going on a positive note, and we'll do the best that we can. That's all we can do. But like I said, just give yourself time and space. If you have to walk away, like I said, social media is fun, but sometimes you have to walk away and like give yourself some grace to like heal from all the stuff. Because like I said, you have to have, even though people say, I have had people say they hate to hear this, but you do have to have a thick skin to go onto social media. And a lot of times, people, try to bully and do all these things. That's crazy. And, and it's more a reflection on them than it is, on you, right? Yes. So I am busy this morning. That's correct. And then let's see, Scott's saying, I spent Thanksgiving with some family friends since my family's in North Carolina. Ooh, that is far. Oh, good. Yeah, because because like I said, I saw people were saying like they were a little bit anxious about the holidays and getting together and all the like a lot of people. I don't know. It's weird. I always like my family, as you can tell. Well, see, I'm kind of chill, and my family's kind of chill, and so that's always the way we had the holidays. We were always just stuffing our faces, and but I've heard other people say that they've gone to family functions and there's been like not fights, but arguments and things like that. And I said, boy, we were always just enjoying the food because that's what we do. You know what I mean? Like we like our family, like we really weren't, and we and there were no substances there or anything like that that would cause people to kind of get worked up. And I think that was a big thing too. And my like my older family members were very like they were very I would hate to say clean living, but they lived really really clean, and they really didn't get into too much weird stuff. Like it's interesting. So when I see people like drinking and getting out of hand and stuff like that, like for me that's a little shocking because like I said, we're like, where's the ham, like we're like passing the food and all this stuff. But yeah, there's that. let's see let's see. Oh, okay, you definitely had a second plate. I love it. That's what Scott said. Did I miss? Let's see. Hope I didn't miss. Did I miss somebody? Oh, there's Boucher Street. Hello. I knew I did. I did miss you. Sorry about that. And there's Jamia. Good morning, official Jamia. And then Suzanne saying my 18 hours Thanksgiving visit with family was pleasant. We were all basically mentally well. Yeah, and that's really all I was kind of wondering how that all went for everybody. Hopefully it went well. And yes. Oh, thank you, Jamia. Oh my goodness. Thanks for the heart. I see that. I love these things. These are great. Let me see if I can read this. Okay, cool. But yeah, that's the whole thing. Like I said, I just wanted to follow up and see how everybody's making out, with the holidays, how they made out. Because like I said, sometimes it just gets scary. You know what I mean? It gets really scary. So hopefully, that luckily for everyone that went well. And I know like the driving to Thanksgiving can be also very, very hectic, you know? And so there's that. Yes. Okay. And then Grace is saying, hello, I'm feeling basically good today. I just got my hair done. I'm feeling myself. Okay, girl. I see you. And then Kristen's saying, I have no family or friends that live in the same state. It's just my husband, daughter, and I. My son is profoundly disabled and lives in a group home. He's 34. Oh, wow. Yeah, those are interesting places. I used to sort of service like group homes in a previous life, and so I met a lot of people that worked there and things like that. But let's see. And happy Monday, Kelly in chat. Thanks, official Jamia. But yeah, like definitely the travel. I don't know if you guys have ever traveled on Thanksgiving Eve, but I used to do it every year and it was terrible. And I've had so many things go wrong during the Thanksgiving Eve travel. And it's shocking because like one time, I'll never forget. I think my luggage didn't arrive one time. Another time, oh my gosh, like it's crazy, like barely making your flights, things like that. The track, the expressway, in Philadelphia was like a parking lot. And we had this luckily this year I didn't drive. I So we had this little airline where you could get into the plane and it would drive you to the airport from this little tiny airport. And I did this one year. And I wish this was before video, before all the phones had video and stuff like that. But I was flying over the expressway on Thanksgiving Eve and it was about 7 p.m. And all you saw were red lights. You saw the white lights in the other direction and the red lights in the opposite direction. And it was a parking lot. And these people were all trying to get to the airport. And the flight path of this little, puddle jumper plane flew you directly over the expressway. So you could sort of see like how bad the traffic was. And I just remember going, this is bad. I am so glad that I took this little puddle jumper. And they used to only charge like, um, I forget how much they charged. Like it was like $40. It was like extra. And I said, you know what? This is worth the $40, coming through the airport. I mean, instead of driving to the airport. And that was the one time I did that. And I actually made my flight because of it, which I thought was really, really interesting. Let me see here. I've got this other device open now. It's working. Yes. All right. There we go. But anyway, yeah, it's very scary. So, but the bottom line is, if that experience, meeting with your family left you with a little bit of anxiety, the main thing is now, hopefully, you know, like you're gonna get through, you're gonna get through all those things. You're getting through anything that's like negative in your life. Like hopefully, you have to work through it, and that's sort of what these quotes that Nightbot's dropping is talking about. They're just saying you have to give yourself time. Like if you've had any negative experience, you got to work through it. Give yourself grace and patience, to work through it, and don't be and don't you don't have to apologize for taking the time that you need. Yes, there we go. And definitely like try not to live in that survival mode because that's not living. That really isn't living. So there we go. Yeah, Suzanne saying for people who live in a densely populated area, we need to manage our lives more closely to avoid holiday stress. That is for sure. Yes. Yeah, poor Suzanne. You're in a densely populated area for sure. And I've always lived on the edge. Like I wasn't exactly in the midst of all that, but yeah, it is interesting how you do live your life a lot differently, than when you're out a little bit. But especially if you live out, from the environment or from the population, you do sort of plan your life. Like you do spend more time commuting, wherever you're going. And that's just the one thing that a lot of people. So I kind of got used to, leaving hours early to get to the airport and sort of or staying over like the night before and things like that because the traffic was always so unpredictable. You just never knew what was going to happen. And for us that was really good, and we finally figured that out. But it was like weird that for years I was always trying to go, you know 2, 3, 4 hours before, and boy, that was always stressful. But anyway, I'm just relieved that I don't have to do that anymore. Yeah, because it's brutal. It really is. Yep. Let's see. Yep. My coffee is kicking in. I know. I just had mine. I think I might need one more. Yeah, it does take a minute. And see, this is the whole thing. So let's see. How are we doing there? So that's kind of the evil plan that I had for today. And thanks for the jewels, Jamie. Let me see if I can do something. Uh, Gotta do something for Jamie here. Hopefully she's still here. Let's see. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I got the jewels. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't know you could do that. See, I'm learning new stuff. All the YouTubers, you can show me a lot of stuff. Let's see. Trying to think. Oh, your coffee's kicking in. Yeah, coffee. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And so speaking of coffee, I'm going to say this real quick. And they were talking about, oh, you want to fix or clean something? Okay, well, you can come on over. We have a few things. We have a few things you can fix. Yeah, it's like there's so many. We need to cut a tree down, but that's gonna be terrible. Like I'm really sweating that out because I know these people charge so much money for these trees, and I just hate working with like chainsaws and stuff like that. But the last few storms have been really brutal. Like all these trees around here are getting old, and that's something that we need done. So we can have you over, X, if you. Okay. And then Suzanne saying, I personally can't imagine living in the boondocks. I love having close proximity to all life's necessities. It really makes life super enjoyable. Yeah. So that's the rub. That it's not as convenient. And then they should give you some credit for the fire. I know because these trees are tall, and and they're all like I think our house was built in around. I can't do the math, But whatever 1987 is, that's how old these trees are. They're getting, and they're big. You know, they're getting pretty big. They're big. Like we had a pine tree that just bit the dust, and my husband had a friend who helped him cut it, which was nice. And it just got pulled up by the roots. I couldn't believe it. And this was a huge evergreen, you know, and I never saw that before. Yes. And then let's see, Kristen saying, Suzanne, I'm just the opposite. I live in the tiny community of 40 homes. Oh, in the middle of the desert. Oh, wow. There's 5 miles of desert in every direction around us. Definitely not walking distance. Oh, that's pretty cool, though. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, so the positives of being in the boondocks is that it's very quiet. And so, you know, you don't get, you know, awakened by people fighting or, you know, usually you don't hear cars and things like that. And, you know, we've had people from the city come and visit us and they're like, it's too quiet. I'm like, how can it be too quiet? It's crazy. Yes. Yeah. So, you know, I think the boondocks, it's good for the adults. I don't know if it's so good for kids because you can't necessarily, like other kids can't meet up and stuff like that. So it's hard. I mean, they can meet up online, but you know, in like in the old days, like you could go and play and do whatever. You know, that's the only thing. Like in the Boondocks, you know, the kids kind of miss out on that stuff. And see, oh, wellness with Frugal Mama saying greetings. Good to see you. Yeah. So anyway, but this is for Jamie. Let me see if I need to come up with another song. I'm really, it's like too early. Let's see. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true, you're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew. Let's see. Oh, okay. And I forget the next line. And the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Yeah, that one I can never, there's the one line I just can't not remember that song. I gotta pull that together. But thank you, Jamie, for the jewels. That's exciting. Yeah, so anyway, but this is, yeah, like I said, I'm working on this scarf and it's really, this yarn is very strange, but it's nice. But I'll show you what it looks like so far. And I'll hang out for like a couple more minutes. But there it is. Yeah, see, that's weird. And but this is my thrift store find. And it was in, like I said, they threw it in a bag with a lot of stuff. And I know somebody paid real money for that. You know, it's wool and something, but it's definitely like an art. This probably would have been good for weaving, but I'm not doing that either because that's a whole nother craft. I'm like, no more crafts. I think I'm good. Yes, and let's see. Let's see. Controversial Cruising saying hi to Wellness is Frugal Mama, and so is X. And Suzanne saying, I really don't walk anywhere, and despite population density, there's a farm behind my home. Oh, yeah. Yes. And I'm telling you what, like, you know, it's funny. I was telling my husband, there's parts of New Jersey that I really love, you know, and I was going to move to New Jersey years and years ago. And I chickened out. Like, I probably should have tried it for something different, you know what I mean? But I just was such a wimp, I didn't do it. And I just commuted. Like I kept commuting, which was terrible. I don't know why I did that to myself, but I didn't commute. But I was looking at some places, not too far from where you are, Suzanne. And at the time, oh man, the prices just scared me. Like I just didn't want to commit to the prices at the time, and I just went, ugh. It was like a lot because I had the original place that I had purchased was like actually in the budget. Like I could actually afford it, and I had extra, and it was good. And you know, and you sort of get spoiled by that. But then I knew like I was almost gonna double, you know, the taxes and the price, and I said, oh, I don't know, I can't really commit to that, but I should have in some way, like just for you know to for something new. But anyway, but yeah, New Jersey has some really, and I like Western New Jersey where they have all the farms. There are a lot of farms there too, and uh, and that's the area that I really liked. I was really kind of digging that area, but at that time, oh, the housing prices were high. Just couldn't do it. But anywho, so I stayed in PA. Yeah, so that's kind of where we are. But like I said, you know, I'm glad everybody made it through the holidays. We're all here. Like I said, we're still going to stay on the positive note. The I Bring It Everyday channel is a safe space. And, you know, and you can always express your opinions. It doesn't bother me. Like a lot of people get all, I'm good. And it's taken me years to get to this point. I will tell you. But anyway, it's been fun always, kind of meeting up with people online and just yeah. Oh, that's true, Suzanne. Yep, New Jersey has beaches, mountains, farms, and lots of culture. Yep. Yeah, I know. It's like in New Jersey gets kind of a bad rap, I think. Um, and I don't know. It's very interesting. I don't know why, but I think I know why. Or I know where it comes from. It comes from a neighbor, not the southern neighbor. It's the northern neighbor, I think. Okay, and then let's see. X Boot Liquor is dropping wellness with Frugal Mama. Yeah, Frugal Mama does a lot. She does that good workout. She's working that body. I need to do more of that. But yeah, I've been trying to get those steps in, and make sure you hydrate. Try to eat as well as you can, and also support those local farms if you can. And it's hard, but there's definitely smaller supermarkets and places like that would really appreciate the business. And that's something that we've been really trying hard to do more and more and more. Oh, okay, okay. Ariel's birthday. Boy, there were a lot of December birthdays. So it's next Saturday. Well, happy birthday in advance, Miss Ariel. Good to see you. So I guess I'll say happy birthday real quick, just in case I miss you. I'll be around, but just in case. Here we go. And I'm going to write this down because Ariel. Yes. Next Saturday. All right. So anyway, let's see. Hopefully we don't get a copyright situation, but here goes. All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Ariel. And then I'll do the other one. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. It's a little early. But anyway, there's that. Yes. So there we go. Yes. Yeah, that is true, Suzanne. Yeah, see, and that's where Pennsylvania is lacking. Yes, New Jersey has lots of industry equals jobs. Yeah, that's the tragedy of Pennsylvania. We have lost a lot of jobs. Yeah, and a lot of industry, and it's gone. Like it's overseas. All the steel and iron and stuff like that. So I know New Jersey is very fortunate that way. Yeah, that is really good. Yes, Suzanne. Thank you for the microphones. That's great. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, check out New Jersey. There's some good like historical stuff there. And also Pennsylvania, there's a lot of historical stuff. So in Philly and Pittsburgh, you got the Liberty Bell. The first capital was in Philadelphia of the United States. Independence Hall, the Philadelphia Mint, and all the cheesesteak places. Let's see. And then X is saying, I've been watching those videos of the dead towns. It is so sad. For the price of a home in California, you can buy a whole neighborhood. Yes. Oh, X, it's terrible. And a lot of those houses that you see in Pennsylvania were all built by the steel industry in some of those towns. And they're all the same house. And when you're a little kid and they'll say, draw your house. And the little kid goes like this. I'll show you. And they go like, let me see. Oh, this pen, of course, is not working. I'll show you this real quick. This is pretty funny. But you know how they say, draw your house. And, they say, go like this. And you put a little chimney. Okay, there's the door, a couple windows. Okay. But anyway, when a little kid draws a house like this, that's what the houses look like in Pennsylvania, in those steel towns. And all those houses, yeah, some of them you can buy them for like $5,000, $10,000, and 20,000. And they're like maybe 1,500 square feet. But the thing about it is they're all the same and they're sort of in a row. And you'll see, and it's funny, everybody has the same house, and that's kind of the house that they grew up in. But it is really true. And I'm sure people from California like lose their minds. Like they look at this and they're like, are you serious? And yeah, everything's there. They're small. They are small. Oh, Kristen's saying the best thing for PA is the Steelers. Oh, You and my husband will get along well. Now, we do love the Steelers. Yep. And then X is saying, yep, they shipped all the jobs to China. Yeah, they did. Yeah, I know. They like. I can't believe that we get steel from China. That's crazy. I mean, there were mills everywhere in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I remember seeing them. I mean, it's crazy. Yes. Yeah, but the dead towns. The other thing. Oh, I'll tell you. Check out this. Here's an interesting video to check out. So I just learned about this about 10 years ago. But there's a town in Pennsylvania called Centralia, like the word central with IA at the end, and it's on fire, and it's been on fire since 1962. And the reason is Pennsylvania has a lot of anthracite coal underneath the ground, right? And somehow, this little town, somebody started a fire underground. They were burning trash. Well, they don't even know why, but they were burning trash underground. And all of a sudden, the coal underground started burning because coal has a long burn, if you don't know that. And anyway, this town, there's all this poisonous gas that's coming up under the ground, and they actually had to abandon the town because of the toxicity of the air. Yep, coal mine fire. There you go. Yep. And so it is interesting. And I took a drive. I didn't go in there because I was scared because I can't breathe as it is. But I just went in there. I went kind of by to see like what was happening. And this was like 10. So anyway, so some lady told me about it, and I met a lady who lived one town over from this place. And she goes, "Oh, yeah, it's on fire." And I'm like, "What?" And I had to go, I'm looking up, history books and stuff. And, but anyway, what they've done is they've had to keep uh, people like trespassers out of there because it's dangerous. And they try to ameliorate the fire, but it's still burning. It's been burning, they say, since about 1962. Yeah. And so they redirected the road to keep people from coming in there, which is crazy. But anyway, there's that. So check it out. There's a documentary or 3 or 10 on YouTube about that. Let's see. And then yeah, so the Steelers, go Steelers. We call them the Stillers actually. And yes. Oh, and then X is saying yeah, California needs the housing. Isn't that tragic? It's a shame we can't like ship it over. Yeah. And then let's see, Kristen said, I just got some PJs and a blanket that are Steelers. I love them. Oh, that's great. I love the hats. I don't have my Steelers thing. It's in the other room. But I have a Steelers scarf that I made not too long ago. It's kind of cool. Yeah, and there was a sinkhole in Pittsburgh. That's right. Yeah, and that's what Suzanne's saying. So this poor lady fell in a sinkhole. And sinkholes are pretty common. For some reason, they keep building over these mines, and they really shouldn't because it's very dangerous. Yeah. Oh, Barnesboro. Really? X, okay. Coal miner, how'd he make out? Oh, that's a scary job. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay. I didn't know you were like sort of had a Pennsylvania thing. All right. That's cool. But anyway, so all right, so we made it. We made it for about an hour, and thank you guys so much for coming. But anyway, I'm gonna have to dip off. But like I said, thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for coming in and hearing me out this morning. And make sure you have a nice, try to go out and be positive and try to look for the positive aspects of life. And it's really not what happens to you, but it's how you react to what happens to you. That will, make or break your day. Yeah. Oh, Kansas City. Now, how did he end up over there? I guess he was working. Was he visiting family or something? Or friends? Wow. Kansas City's far. Okay. Wow. See, that's funny how like these little small, how people come together. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool. Kansas City. Now, see, that's one place I've never been. I wouldn't mind like seeing what's happening there. But I know, like, I saw a guy who was renovating homes in Kansas City a while back, which is pretty cool. Yes. Oh, in the Navy. Okay, I knew it. It had to be something like that. Yeah, for business or whatever. Okay. Yes, that's pretty cool. Well, we'll thank him for his service if he's still around. Yes, that's cool. That is awesome. All right. Well, anyway, well, you guys have a great day. I don't know where I'll pop up. And X, when are you having your karaoke? Or did I miss it? I said you guys stay up so late. I cannot make it past like 10:30. I'm not doing, but I get up early, so that's what's happening there. Yeah. Oh, this area is awesome. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. See, I used to like to travel. Before 9/11. But it's not as fun as it used to be. And I wish I was rich and could have like a driver. Let's like get into like a bus and just drive me, or a train. I wish I had my own, locomotive or something like that, so I could jump on the train and do it myself. But yeah, you can't do that. But I would love to do, some traveling like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But we'll see what happens. I have to get myself, I'm trying to work myself up to, to do some travel. Because I see like Scott and those guys, like they're on cruises all the time. Cruises used to be pretty fun. I mean, I don't know how they are now, but it's interesting. Oh, Missouri, Kansas line, state line. Okay. And then Kristen saying, "You've probably never been to my area, Kelly, but my advice is don't. Tucson. Guess what? I have been to Tucson. Believe it or not, Kristen. Yeah. We went to Tucson for some weird convention. And it was weird. I have to say, I like the temperature. Hey, did you like Tucson, Moses? He's in the. I don't know if he can hear me. He liked Tucson. I thought it was weird though. I don't know. I didn't feel at home in Tucson, but it was interesting. But I've been there just once. Yeah, and I've been to like Phoenix and things like that in Arizona. What's the other little town in Arizona? Scottsdale. Phoenix and Scottsdale I've been to. Cruises, LOL. Yes. And we got Miss Buddha. Buddha Healing Journey. Hello. On the road. Good morning. Okay. Well, thanks for popping in. Appreciate you. And oh yeah, Suzanne wants to know why. That's a good question. Yeah. Well, I know it's very quiet. Like that's what I remember. There's not a whole lot going on there. But like I think back in the wild, like it looks like the Wild Wild West movies. And that's what I remember kind of thinking like, wow, this is like stepping back 100 years. Yes. Let's see. We got Lydia. Okay. Good to see you, Lydia. Let's see. Oh, I know I don't like the desert landscape. It's a little different. That's what Suzanne's saying. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. But I think it is. It's a little bit, it's like a throwback. And they still have a lot of those old buildings, from 18 something. And it's weird that that's what I remember about Tucson. It was very, very old. I remember that. Let's see. And let's see. Don't like the desert. And Buddha's saying Phoenix is my dad's hometown. And mom, where they met. Oh, and had my brother and moved to Miami Beach, Florida. And had me 4 years later. Oh, that's cool, Buddha. I didn't know that. See? Learning some new stuff. And then let's see. Scott saying, yep, I live in my town. Or my Dale. Okay. It's too hot there. Yes, it's very hot. That's what I remember. Yep. About Tucson. It was hot. And then X is saying, oh, X is dropping your link, Buddha. Buddha has so many channels. We got Sean Powell. I have to go study, but just came across this in my feed. Want to say you have a great smile and laugh. Thank you. But anyway, go and get those studies. Work those books, Sean. Thanks for saying hey. And we got and come back if you know. Let's see. And and then you're welcome, Lydia. Yeah, for the birthday wishes. Yeah, Lydia's birthday. It was yesterday. Let's see. Oh, Kristen's saying, I live on the border and it's awful. A lot of crime and filthy. Oh, he lived near old Tucson studios where Little House on the Prairie was filmed. Ah, yeah, Tucson's kind of, it is weird. I mean, I will say that. I understand what you're saying. Yeah. But sorry to hear that. Yeah, the border towns it's got to be weird. Oh, so Suzanne's saying move to New Jersey. Yeah, she lives in a really pretty area. I swear if I had, I would be chilling out where Suzanne is. It's kind of nice. I like it. There's Lydia's channel. Yes, I've said that motivational podcast. Oh, okay. All right, Scott. Thank you so much. But we got one. We got 30 seconds. All right, so that's the summary for today. Work it, work that plan. Let's do this. Enjoy that coffee. But and try to get out and do something fun. and rest that brain a little bit. Like, try to get that brain moving, but like, don't give yourself don't put so much pressure on yourself. You know what I mean? And that's it. Oh, slowly growing. Okay, Kristen. Yeah, congratulations. I know it's hard. Everybody here can tell you, growing your channel is can be challenging, right? Yes, 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 yes. So take care, everyone. That's what Wellness for Frugal Mama's saying. And we made the hour. Woo! All right. Freshening up my coffee. I know I'm going to get more. I'm going to do one more, I think, before I go. But anyway, thank you guys so much. We'll see you soon. Um, I know I'll be around on Friday. I don't know what I'm doing in between, but we'll see. All right now. Okay, and have a great week. Thanks, So Bless. Take care. Oh, it's about parrot rescue. Ah, okay, Kristen. Oh, that's good to know. All right. I got you. All right. So leave a comment at the end of this, and then I want to hit you back. Make sure so I can find your channel. But I think I have most everybody else, but just make sure. Yeah, Kristen. All right. Cool. Those parrots are funny. I do enjoy them. All right. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. You want to clean something? Well, you can come on over and have a good day, Boucher Street. You can come on over, X, if you want to do that. And then you can sing while you're cleaning. Yeah. We love it. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.